This time on Animal Airport,
Hello, sir. You okay?
a passenger becomes distraught when his dog is prevented from boarding a flight home to the United States.
I've never heard of a man so desperate in all my life.
A Brazilian street dog talks tough, and he doesn't like estrangeiros. And as a zoo closes down, the Ark becomes a temporary hotel. For the staff, there's the return of an old friend.
I haven't had a nice cuddle with a cockatoo for a couple of years, actually.
With nearly 500,000 flights a year, Heathrow is the busiest international airport in the world. As well as 65 million human passengers, each year around 40 million animals passing through the airport check in at the Animal Reception Centre, affectionately known as the Ark. Animal Health Officer Michelle is on her way to Terminal 3. A distraught American's been stopped from taking his dog on a flight back to his permanent home in the US.
I think the idea is the dog is going to try and stay with us for some time until this guy can sort out either shipping him out, back out to the States, or alternatively maybe get it rehomed. I'm not 100% sure about all the ins and outs, but at least he's been dealing with it.
The reason he's so upset is only now becoming clear.
He's got a dog. All the paperwork was absolutely fine, but it's minus 45 where he's actually going. So they won't actually ship the animal as cargo.
A cold snap at the dog's destination in the US Northeast means the airline can't accept responsibility for the safety of the dog on the tarmac.
And I just basically said to him to speak to the airline and ask if they'll take him actually in the cabin, because if he can't, then he's going to have to leave the dog here, and then we're going to have to find a home for the dog, because he can't take it with him. It was so sad. I just felt he was in desperate need of some help. I've never heard of a man so desperate in all my life on the phone as him.
I feel really awful, but the thing is, at the end of the day, I'll give him as much reassurance as I can to make sure that his dog's okay. I would be distraught if it was mine.
The man's had to return to the US unexpectedly and was able to get a good price on the ticket, allowing him to take his dog with him. But even though it was meant to travel in the hold, the deal meant the dog and owner had to be on the same flight. With little more than an hour till takeoff, time's running out. The dog's owner has to make a tough decision.
Hello, sir. You okay?
The man can't afford to stay in the UK any longer. But if he catches his flight, he'll have the additional expense of booking the dog a separate ticket. He can't afford to do that either.
Don't worry. We can sort her out. Get yourself sorted, and then we can look after her for you this end. And then when you're ready, we can make sure we get her out to you. Okay? That's all right. I promise you, we will make sure she's okay. All right?
Michelle hopes the man might be able to find the money once he's back in the US. For now, the Staffy's future is uncertain, but the team agrees to keep him at the Ark free of charge for the time being. Stuart's been called to help a family who are also flying to the States. They're emigrating, and they're taking their cats with them.
We had a call from American Airlines. They've got 2 cats going out on one of their flights. They're a bit concerned about the boxes. So what we do is part of our job to basically check, and I've brought some boxes just in case that they are too small.
There are strict rules regarding the transportation of cats, and these have been packed in inadequate boxes.
I can see them already.
They can't stand up or turn around.
Yeah, these boxes are too small, so they go in here or they don't travel.
It's after 11. The cat's flight leaves in less than an hour. If Stuart doesn't move quickly, their owners will be on board, but they'll be left behind.
There's a bit of a mad rush. The passengers are having to check in, and I think they're holding the plane.
All right, usually with the vets or something. Yeah.
The flight goes out at 12, doesn't it?
Yeah, the idea that we went without them was just mortifying.
All right, we'll take care of them and stuff, all right?
No problem.
They're all right, OK?
Thank you both. That's really...
That's all right, no problem.
Bye-bye.
The cats can't switch boxes at check-in in case they escape, so they're taken to a safe area. Behind closed doors, they're moved into their more spacious accommodation. The cats are rushed through to the aircraft. They make their flight just. The Ark sometimes provides temporary accommodation for abandoned or stray exotic animals on behalf of rescue organisations. Over the years, it's looked after a troop of lemurs, a cockatoo called Mango, and a grumpy crocodile.
He's a little bit feisty, this one.
At the moment, the staff are caring for another waif and stray.
This is Colin the coati. He's been here for about a week now. He's found roaming the streets in Ireland, and you need a Dangerous Wild Animals Act to keep one of these, which apparently in Ireland no one does, so that's why he's been brought over here, so we can look after him until we find a home for him. But he's quite friendly, so we shouldn't have a problem finding a home for him.
Coatis originate from the Americas. They're masters at sniffing out food with a long snout that can rotate over 45 degrees in every direction. Colin won't be alone tonight. The zoo's been shut down and some of the animals will be stopping over.
I think we're having a sloth coming in, I think, and something else, but I'm not sure what.
Yeah, we've got a few bits and pieces coming in. A couple of birds, a cockatoo and an ibis, which is like a heron type thing.
Pots are being washed and kennels are being cleaned and prepped.
One of the reasons the building was built like it is to be flexible, because we never know what we're going to get in. So, you know, if we've got a phone call, say, can you look after this, that, and the other, we'll adapt some of our rooms or cages to those things.
I'm setting up an enclosure for a sloth that's coming in. Hopefully it's just a temporary enclosure. So, obviously sloths like to be off the ground. So we're trying to make up enough climbing frames for him to basically get comfortable.
Michelle and the stranded staffy have arrived at the Ark.
Come here, Cal. Oh, come here, big sausage. Yeah. Come here, buddy. 1, 2, 3. You come in the office and come and say hello to the girls.
True to her word, the dog's in good hands.
She's so cute.
My snorky pig. Oh, bless you.
It's a pig. Where's Lisa? Is she gone?
It's unusual for dogs to stay at the Ark longer than a few hours, but with no family in the UK, she'll be made welcome till a solution can be found.
Right. Which hotel room would you like? Would you like one with a view? There you go, Puppet. Come on in. That's it. That's it. Sit there. That's better, isn't it? Not exactly a sea view, I'm afraid, darling, but I think she's okay. She'll be fine.
In central London, it's the Lord Mayor's show. But one float can't join the parade till Animal Health Inspector Sharon has given the animals the OK.
I've come up today because some sheep have come up to be with the worshipful company of Woolman, and they're going to be on the back of a dray pulled by some horses, I believe.
The movement of farm animals is closely regulated to stop the spread of disease.
100.
With the electronic tags on the sheep in order, it's on to the horses and a different kind of passport check.
Thank you. So these are the passports. So every horse in the country is issued with a passport, and in it is a silhouette that should match the horse. So if we look, he should have a white blaze down his nose, and he should have a white little snip on the end of his nose. That pretty much looks like him. And then he should have some whorls on him. It's where the hair meets and goes all different ways, if you see here. And each horse has them in all different places. It's like a fingerprint. So all horses that are born now, from now on in, since last year, have had to have a microchip, so it's much easier to cross-reference a passport with a horse.
The Lord Mayor's show can go on, but Sharon can't resist staying a little longer.
I love the pomp and ceremony. I just don't think anyone does pomp and ceremony like the British.
Animal transportation specialist and ARC regular Matt Ford has arrived with some of the animals from the zoo that's been shut down. As well as Cynthia the sloth, there's an old friend amongst them.
Yeah.
Mango the cockatoo stayed here a couple of years ago after being seized by customs. His return is met with delight.
Your bird's back. Mango. That's your bird. Well, not yours, but you know what I mean. That's Mango.
Hello, Mango. Hiya. Oh, he wants a cuddle. Debs, he wants a cuddle.
Before Mango can have cuddles, the other animals need to be found a temporary home.
Is she
Very super friendly, super friendly. Honestly,
very unusual.
very unusual. She's super friendly. What's in here?
It's a piggy. I'll just go and get a water bottle.
This tegu is used to tropical conditions and is put in a warm vivarium, a little bit of South America on the outskirts of London. This ibis, a wading bird, takes the first few exploratory steps in its temporary home. But Cynthia the sloth isn't so quick to take a look around. She's certainly living up to her reputation as the world's slowest land mammal.
Come on.
At this rate, she won't even reach her branch by bedtime. For Mango, it's finally cuddle time.
It's nice to see him again. It's nice to see you again, isn't it? And he's friendlier, if not friendly. More friendly. Hey! Oh.
She's going in there. Yeah. She's going in there. Oh, sorry.
No. This is not something you should do at home, folks.
This is a nice surprise having a cockatoo come in. So I haven't had a nice cuddle with a cockatoo for a couple of years actually. So.
Mango's taken to Julie and isn't keen to let go.
No, he's hanging on to you, Julie, you won't go.
Okay.
Matt has a cunning plan.
Oh no, hang on, answer the door. So you can just hang on to the wire on the door. There you go, beautiful. Quick.
You were duped then. You didn't have the intelligence, did you? He's going to go and chew everything now.
At the Animal Reception Centre, Stuart's checking on the overnight guests.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're going to come out.
Now in a new cage, Mango is feeling back at home.
You don't scream in my ear though, because my ears are big. You know, be nice.
What are you doing?
Are you going to go over there, or are you going for my pen?
Cockatoos are show-offs by nature. Mango's no exception.
Just keep yourself amused now. There you go. She'll start screaming in a minute, won't you? You're showing off now. Aren't you clever? See, would you want that in your living room? You'll put her back in the cage and leave her alone, and she'll be as quiet as anything. But as soon as you... You finished? Suit your piece? Huh? Be nice.
One of the most intelligent birds, they need constant amusement.
Well, I'm more of a sort of exotics anyway. I do like my cats and dogs, but Getting hit by a parrot with a newspaper is different. Oh dear. All right, there's enough of that.
Colin the coati is on the hunt for breakfast.
Cabbage leaves, parsnips, swede, banana or the equivalent in grapes, tomato, apple or pear, sultanas, whole nuts, primate pellets or mealworms. Keep him occupied. He gets fed twice a day, in the morning and in the evenings. I didn't realise I was going to have to go to catering school when I joined here.
Coatis are omnivores. They search for food in the ground litter, dining on, among other things, fallen fruit, lizards and tarantulas.
That actually looks quite nice until you actually look inside and see the mealworms are there. He's a very, very lively little fella. Obviously, he's still a wild animal. So he's a bit funny and he's a bit smelly. Hey, all right, okay, steady. Can we go in? I can't hold you with one hand. Fatty bum out the way. That's it. These mealworms don't stand a chance. It's gone. Find it. Find it. It's like a dog. I feel quite sad for the mealworms now. I'll leave you to it.
There's no breakfast for Cynthia the sloth. She's nocturnal and takes it easy this morning.
Hello. Oh, waking you up from your sleep.
Though Cynthia's not the only sloth on the move. Exotic animals regularly move from one zoo to another. Matt Ford's on his way to the Isle of Wight to pick up another sloth. By chance, she's Cynthia's sister. Both are from here, but Cynthia was first to grow up and move out. Now, after a couple of years, it's Cinnamon's turn.
What do you want to do? Do you want to load her here, or do you want to load her out there? If that makes, do you want to lift that from there out to here?
I think I'll bring her out.
That's probably better as well.
But she might have other ideas, so we'll go with that as plan A.
All the keepers are very excited to meet her, as are every member of staff back in the rainforest. She's going to be the most popular animal we've got, I think, when she arrives.
You've got an attitude on you, haven't you? Yeah? Even your mum and dad have got that attitude.
But Cinnamon is putting up a fight. In the wild, sloths use their extraordinary claws to cling to trees high up in the forest canopy. Here, they're helping Cinnamon resist moving house.
Okay. Oh, what's in there? Good girl. Good girl. That's it.
There, mate.
Good girl. Good girl.
Oh, she's a bit feistier than Cynthia was.
Obviously, it's a lot easier when you're out there in the open because you can just grab them and move them. But when they're in there and they can grab hold of something and they then can take control of the situation. But that went fine, not a problem.
Cinnamon's heading to a wildlife park with an indoor rainforest. There she'll have much more space to stretch out.
It's always sad to see them go, but it's the beginning of their sort of life, adulthood. So yeah, it's nice to see them go into another collection, especially a collection like Living Rainforests that we know it's going to have such a nice life.
Thanks, Rob. See you soon. See you later, Rachel. Take care.
Cinnamon's now just 3 hours away from a new life in a habitat that'll feel much more like home. But back at Heathrow, the starker surroundings of the Animal Reception Centre are still just temporary lodgings for the stranded staffy.
She's okay, she's quite happy. She's always really pleased to see people. Go and take her out for a little walk.
The big freeze may be over in the US, but her owner still can't afford to fly her home.
What I'm hoping will happen is that we get a flight sorted and yeah, we're just hoping that we'll be able to get a reasonable price and the owner's going to pay the airline and she'll be exported.
For now, as long as there are spare kennels, the staffy stays put. Despite her breed's often fearsome reputation, she's a friendly dog. But not all canine passengers are so benign.
Might just be guarding its kennel.
A mongrel stray from Brazil. Born under a park bench, he was rescued by a couple who've now moved back to Britain. But while you can take the dog off the streets, you can never quite take the street out of the dog. If only Liz, the animal health vet, or Ross understood Portuguese, because Fulo might not just be the dog's name. Fulo means furious. The sticker on the crate might be a warning, and they'd better watch out. Though a growl and a bark need little translation.
Thinking earlier today what a lovely lot of dogs we've had so far today. You know, it must be frightening for them. No, they just want to be cuddled, most of them.
There you go.
Mango the cockatoo is having his last cuddle at the Ark.
Oh, let's have cuddles again like we had at the weekend. We can't go up there, you've got to go in your box now.
Hello everybody, there's a fish collection please. Right, the keys are already over there. Thank you.
I'm going to go in here then, Mango. Oh! What are you doing? You just want cuddles.
Mango, along with the ibis and the tegu, have all been found a permanent home at a private wildlife park. After 3 hours on the road, Cinnamon the sloth has made it to her new home.
This is a holding area that the sloth is going to be in for approximately 30 days. Just while she settles in, we health check her and make sure that everything's absolutely fine. Then we're going to move her into her proper home, which is the rainforest in the glass houses. Good girl.
Mission accomplished. One happy sloth with some new happy owners.
In the wild in South America, sloths are known to be solitary, unsociable animals. But Cinnamon, who was born in the UK, is quite the opposite.
We are hoping though, as you can see now, she's quite happy feeding from my hand. So we're hoping that with a little bit of training and a little bit of practice, we might be able to get her to the point where we can do talks with her, where she'll come out of her nest box and feed like this in front of the public, so they'll get a chance to have a really good look at her, see the fantastic way she moves, which is so unusual.
Fulo, the Brazilian street dog, was anything but ferocious when reunited with his owners. The owner of the stranded Staffy couldn't afford to fly her to the US. She's now been rehomed in the UK.
Good girl.
And after 2 months in segregation, Cinnamon the sloth can now climb real trees in her new home.
There you go. She likes one of my branches anyway, that's good.